And then Steve Zayakowski for Charleston Southern, the linebacker, leading the conference in tackles with 92. He's had over 10 tackles in multiple games this season, 2.5 tackles for loss, half a sack, and 1 forced fumble. I mean, again, on the right-footed kicker trots up, and we're underway in Northwest Tennessee. Goes back to the goal line, actually in the end zone. Alan Worsham is going to try to bring this one out. He is tattooed inside the... Bauer, who leads all conference quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns with 9. He's going to drop back to pass and hit Ansley in the flat, loses the box. In motion, Martinez. Bauer pulls it, throws it for Drake Martinez, who cuts it up across the... It's 6 in the box. Showing a zone coverage, now switching it back. Bauer looking right side, want to fire it in to Alexander. See Martinez. Yet to run it today. Here's the first running play with Tommy Ansley. Offensive line on that right side. Gives him a quality hold to take it to the 26 for 4 yards. And it's 3rd down and 6 for this Skyhawk offense.
And Nick Revay, linebacker, play that attitude to Charleston.
Charleston Southern. These past couple of years, they've had a really good defense. Have the Buccaneers. 3rd down and 5. UT Martin on 3rd down this season, 26th best 3rd down offense in the country. In motion, Bryce Bailey, the first 3rd down that they'll face today. Bauer's got someone coming from that right side. Now he's going to have to just throw this ball away after the... Brown will get the snap back from Noah Summers. Right to the numbers for Brown. Punts it out to the right side, and that's going to land out of bounds. Gentry, the running back on the right side of Bauer. They're going to give it to Gentry, and he gets stuffed by Steve Zayakowski.
Now, Zayakowski, the top tackler in the conference, but I'll tell you what's really happening up front. You want to put your eyes on is number 56, Jason Hurts, the redshirt sophomore at that nose tackle. They've been running a bare front, which means they're putting the nose right over the top of the center, and he's been causing a lot of issues.
7 total yards of offense. 14 through the air, 13 on the ground. In motion is Bryce Bailey. Now he'll cut it back to the right. Bauer is going to look left, roll right. Trying to find some options. We'll just have to dump it down to Ansley, who stays on his feet after 2 bucket 26. 4:05 left in the first quarter. Trips on the left. Bauer handing off Ansley. Times 1st down at the 33. Bauer, play action. Going to lob it for Wilson, a one-on-one. Checks out for a play. Martinez in motion right to left. To the belly of Tommy Ansley, who cuts it up into the A-gap. Ansley stood up at the 43, 3 yards. Returning on a football game on a Saturday. Zayakowski getting in between the gap on the left side. Bauer checks his play call. 5 seconds on the play clock. Franklin will now be on his right. It's down to 2, now on 1. Snap gets off. Franklin trying to stretch it to the outside, and he's going to lose yardage. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Insane grab by Scotty Alexander. Bauer pulls it out of the belly of Franklin, dumps it down to Hyatt Timashek. That ball comes loose, recovered by Charleston Southern. Skyhawk 41, he's going to stand back at the 43 of the Buccaneers. Gets this punt off a line drive that is headed into the end. 3rd down and 6. UT Martin with the ball at their own 24. Trying to avoid a 3 and out. Bailey in motion. Bauer drops back with a blitz coming. Stands tall, looking to float it for Wilson at the 37. UT Martin leading the country in block kicks this year with 8. About got to that one with Chris Rhodes. This ball spinning high in the air inside the 20. Lands at the 15. And Keyshawn Johnson with that last sack. Now tied with Tony Bell for 2nd most sacks in a single season at 10.5. Bell back in 2013 established that. 1st down and 10, play clock down to 7 for the Skyhawk offense on a jet sweep. Scotty Alexander cuts it up, puts his helmet down. Smithberger, the tight end, next to Drake Martinez on the left side with Jalen Hampton. Bauer giving to Ansley, gets to the outside and cuts it back into the secondary. Tommy Ansley well on that run. 1st down, it's a play action. Bauer, one-on-one, Wilson again! After the Wilson snag and one-on-one coverage. Pulls it out, rolls right, wide open is Martinez, who leaps up to make. Leading receiver is Wilson with 3 catches for 47 yards. Two tight ends on either side of the formation. Bauer hands it off to Ansley, who runs to the right to Smithberger's side, still on his feet. With Gentry into the game, and John Gentry will get the carry, cuts it up. Gentry stumbles down just a yard. What's coming. They load up the line of scrimmage with everybody. One deep safety at the 15. Bauer handing off Gentry. He's got the first down. John Gentry. This deep in the field, it was a turnover. Bauer's going to roll out to the left, wanted to look back for Gentry. Now he's going to have to settle for Timashek. Can't score and put it in the end zone. Ansley will be going out to the left. Bauer having to run and just gets back blitz. Ansley on the left of Bauer, who will drop back. It's going to be a run with Ansley. And this one's going to be a 44-yarder for Cade Hector. Would be a new season long. Here's the snap. The place by Van Winkle. Kick up by Hector. It's got 5 seconds left. The punter, Gilbert Brown, gets it back and fires away to Deuce Oliver at the 15, where he'll take it in and decide to return. Running right side, Oliver at the 20. Be a kneel down from this offense. 5 on the ball defensively for Charleston Southern with the outside linebackers there. Justin Waters on the near side leads the country in forced fumbles. Franklin running right side, tackled at the line of scrimmage. That can do it if UT Martin wants this first half to be over. And it appears so. Offense looking back. Buccaneers still missed that kick. Steve Zayakowski leading both sides in tackles with 8, now with 100 on the season for the linebacker at a Indian Trail, North Carolina, 5'10", 215, a shoe-in for an all-conference first-teamer. On the year, over 160 tackles. And it's a shotgun. Franklin on his right. Handoff to Chris Franklin. Goes up the middle.
Big win for his alma mater.
Just picked up his 2nd interception of the season, 5th of his career. For the redshirt junior. Bauer gives to Franklin. Hit immediately on the
You're exactly right. It's not that he hadn't had the opportunities. They've just taken him out.
3rd down and 10. Bauer. He's going to throw. Blitz comes. Has to step up in the pocket. Now wants to roll to the right side. Got out of there. Bauer down the field. Alexander to the 15. 10.
Factor in the run game, but his feet set that up. Collapsing pocket, felt the pressure on the back.
Right there. Bauer working magic. Going left to right. Special teams and defenses have played exceptional today. Now this kick wavering out to the left. Worsham takes it back at his own goal line, brings it out, gets a huge block in the middle of the field, and then 7 after the Simmons Bank first down from Bauer, who's going to hand off to Ansley, cuts it up. Ansley breaks 1 tackle. Steve Zayakowski, 8 tackles, half for a loss. Jacob Stevenson with 6 tackles to lead UT Martin. 1 interception on the day by Lamar. Down shotgun, receiver on either side. Wilson will now be in motion. Bauer drops back, has time, now throws down the hands to the face. Bailey in motion. We're going to hand it off to Chris Franklin, who tried to cut it back, but he was cut. UT Martin offense, defensive line shifts around. Offensive line gets that communicated between themselves. Bauer to Franklin. Franklin weaves his way to the 25 for 5. Man-to-man coverage. Screen pass, Alexander, offensive line gets out there. Alexander, it's a yard past the original. Bauer is going to throw into the end zone for Alexander. Can't come up to take the lead. Snap, place, kick is up by Hector. In the air, clears with both sides. Kicked away left to right. The wind will get it and take it out of bounds. Down to 3, now on 2. Bauer snaps, drops back to pass. Has Franklin open. Now he's covered up. Throws downfield. Wilson got it in there. To who else but Faison Wilson. 14-10. Wilson over the century mark in receiving yards. Franklin on the left of Bauer. They go through the air. Bauer will run it right up the middle. Jace Bauer against the secondary. Down to the 30.
Bear down on the quarterback, as you see on the replay, just able to create some space between
2 yards through the air. 36 on the ground. On first down, Bauer has plenty of time. Goes to Franklin, who pulls it in. 10. Bauer handing off Franklin, trying to cut it up. Franklin reverses field. What a run! Chris Franklin to the 5. Hector on for the point after attempt. So important. Snap down. kick up. UT Martin with a touchdown. Could put this game away. Bauer, hands off to Gentry, battling forward and spinning.
You got to try and get this ball back with as much time as conceivably possible.
5 Buccaneers on the line of scrimmage. It's a run. Ansley, patient runner, stays on his feet. Ansley across mid
area are deep on this roster, and Charleston Southern playing well today up front.
UT Martin milking the play clock down. They're going to hand it off to John Gentry. Gentry, 2 receivers on the left. Bauer's going to hand off Gentry, running to the outside, stays on his feet, trying to cut it up, and then he'll be...
If you're Chase Bauer, you pull it and see what you can get.
Zykowski, the linebacker, up against Martinez. Here goes Bauer at the 30. Slide!